Hello, in this video I'm making up a custom brush in Blitpaint. Now what you can see here is I'm using the animation layout to divide this strip into 8 because as you can see down the bottom here it's going through each image, and that's the images that are going to be used in the final brush. So I'm just going to save this to show you what the result is, and I'll show you how I made this up. So I'm just going to jump back in here. Right, and if I do save sprite sheet, I'm not going to save the full size image, I just want to save this part. Okay, and I'll save it to the desktop. Okay, once that's saved, I just want to go to a free brush slot, like here. I'm going to click this until it goes to 8, and then add the image. Choose that, and now I've got the brush. I'm just going to clear everything off and turn off the slice, and if I press K or click the running guy here, it's going to turn off the onion skinning. I'm going to press stop because it's showing the animation window here. Just a little bug. So you can see as I draw with this, I'm going to increase the spacing so you can see what's happening. It's basically giving me all the different images at random. Okay, I'll put the spacing back down and I can kind of paint with this. Now I'm going to add a tiny bit of rotational range to it, a little bit of size variation, and I can do opacity by pressure if I want as well, just for a little bit more variation in that. And I can also switch on the rotation. Let's just click the 90 degrees on that so that it follows the brush, and it's kind of like a real brush. I'm going to change opacity by pressure down quite low. I can start painting with that. I can put the smudge effect on and paint away. Now if you don't want to see those little kind of black dots here, if you click this third drawing mode, it will get rid of that. That's just it's just an edging defect. I'm going to turn off the smudging there. And you can paint away kind of arty style. Just make sure that you pick both front and back colours so that you get more of a solid colour. So you can alt click and alt right click. Sorry, click and alt click to get the two tones. And if you're in that third draw mode, you won't get any little edge defects. I've got catch up down a bit, so I'm going to put that up full and brush a bit smaller. Let's put the turbo mode on and everything goes a bit quicker. You can do some X scale range, X scale, a bit more rotational range, and really get that kind of arty looking blobs. Rotation, and back to painting. It does look quite natural. Change the opacity down, you can see it's more like a airbrush type effect. Okay, so it's recommended that you work in the same layer when using these kind of brushes, because of the edge, the opacity doesn't really like it, so just want to use the same layer as if you were painting on a single bit of paper. The good thing is you can always, you know, undo and you can paint over with the right colour. It's much more natural feeling. Right, so how did I make this up? let's go back to this brush. I'm going to click the H slice, H to hide the canvas, and I basically just started painting in here. Now if I press K, it's going to show me this particular blob in this section. It's going to show me at the end, and it's going to show me here, right? Then the next one is going to show me it a little bit here, so that I can trace over things quite easily, right? And can add little kind of marks like this. I'm actually going to paint horizontally because I noticed that it likes to be this direction, particularly for the X scale range and things like that. So let's try this. I'm going to turn off the turbo. I don't need that on right now. Make this look fairly natural. Let's add a tiny little bit of scatter. There we go. I'm just pressing H to toggle the UI. You can also click this button up here. Making these quite varied. Okay, and I'm just going to save that as art brush 2.8 sprite sheet. It's probably saved the same suffix to the name, but doesn't matter. So if I click this on 8, it's on 8 already, and I add in, there we go, sprite sheet. So if I add that in now and clear everything off and click that, it's now press K, stop. Right. And I've got a kind of brush, and I just want to make it follow like that. Now if I use the X scale range, it's going to work a little bit better. It's a bit too much though. X scale range. Let's go ahead and try and make a nice picture with it. Yeah, I don't like that rotation. Don't need that. Hide, and if I press J, that's going to turn it into the smudge mode. The spacing is a little bit too high. Maybe the opacity can come down a bit. I think with this brush, it's important to just do like a single stroke from left to right. As you go kind of back and forward with it, it will kind of spin at the end and give you an unwanted sort of defect. If I hold down S, I can just change the size on the fly. And J to turn that off. Let's go for a nice sky blue. Let's get some green tones. size by pressure so that we get a little bit of pressure control on the size. And we can start to break up this shape with a lot of nice silhouettes. Quite enjoy just dragging the paint around once you've got those colours in, just mucking about, having good fun. Press J again, I can then pick some colours in the scene and sort of muck about a bit there. So if I left click and then right click with Alt, I can basically put two colours in it, and that helps the edges a bit. Lay in a little bit of ground shadow. Now I'm going to add a little bit of scattering, scatter by pressure as well. I can quite quickly lay in some clouds. And there you go, nice little paradise type of scene. So that's it for making custom brushes. Quite easy to do using the slicer. You can slice like 4 brushes, 8 and 16 so that you get all the variation from those. That's how a lot of the brushes work. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoy using Blitpaint, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.